England winners in Cape Town. They haven't won 2 titles in a season since 2009. So much to play for here. 2 worthy finalists and Tom Mitchell. England kicking off. 7 minutes each way. And Chris Dry controlling the kickoff. Du Preez across to Nell. And Bibby makes the tackle. A good recycle, a quick recycle. Sneyman is over on the far side, the captain. Reined in over there by Davis. And also Rodwell. So a steady build up here. Hurdle to Dry. Straightening. Chris Dry. Tackle had to be made. Good ball and all. Tackled by the captain. Mitchell. Cocker-Smith. Cut out pass. Sneyman. On the angle run. And the captain is in. South Africa score the opening try. Philip Sneyman is first for the weekend.
8 passes, 48 seconds on the clock. And the Blitzbokkers do it with class. Right from the kickoff, Dry took it in, which gave them possession. And they pushed it down the left-hand flank. And they just had numbers here. Good control. Look at that. Sneyman, the captain, says, give it to me. I'll take it to the line, and I'll finish it as well. That is the best possible start for the Blitzbokkers.
Cocker-Smith, the cutout pass to Sneyman, parked over on the wing. And what a debut season it is for him in his first as the regular captain. Here's the conversion attempt from out wide, not successful, so 5 points to 0. Former captain Kyle Brown on the ends of this, back in South Africa watching on. Also Cecil Africa. Werner Kok ruled out of this one. And England with an opportunity now just to get into this game. Hold on to the pill. Here's Davis, and he gets one to Norton. A great pass, and he's claimed immediately. And a slight knock on in there as well, so not the opening that England were looking for.
Sloppy execution from England. They're better than that, and they just trying to get the ball into the hands of Dan Norton. They're 2:32.6 behind Collins and Jeddah. Great milestone to pass. The great Santiago Gomez caught up. Just on that replay as well, Greg. Sebelo Senatla knows the threat that Norton is and got up so quickly on him.
Line. Set.
Du Preez puts it in, takes it out, gives it to Hedold. Across to Senatla, and straight through his hands and legs. But Nell was there to clean up, and Hedold, and now the knock on from Du Preez. So a bit of pressure coming from England on that occasion, forcing the mistake. That was unlike South Africa as well. Poor execution. Maybe some nerves early on. It is the final after all.
Nice and stable. Nice and stable. Don't get short with you there.
Rieko Du Preez. Scored plenty of points for the Blitzboks.
Bind. Set.
Mitchell feeds the scrum. Now Bibby. Across to Davis. Davis on Nell. Preez comes in to try and hold him up as well. It is a maul. He goes to ground. It's not going to come out of there, so use it or lose it. It's going to be South Africa with the put in.
Great way to shut it down too. Franco Du Preez is not one of the biggest players on the field, but he's got the heart the size of a lion. Look at that, straight in. Sneyman comes in as soon as he hears the referee say it's a maul. And so Nell did well initially to hold him up. Good awareness of the rules.
Sorry, guys.
And Bibby took some time to get to his feet.
Okay.
Another man receiving a bit of treatment from England as well. So Bibby will come from the field. Looks like he's going to have a concussion test. No problem now for Alex Davis. He's okay. left eye.
Time back on.
Crouch.
Time is on. South Africa leading England by 5 points to 0. So, the free kick. And South Africa put it through their hands. Hurdle to Senatla. Norton wraps him up. Davis over the top, can't get his hands on the pill. It's there for South Africa. De Pria. Burgess makes the tackle. Cocker-Smith into scrum half, gives it to Nell. Ruan Nell, and loses it, a loose carry there. And away they go. Lindsay Haig gets it to Norton, and he pops it around the corner, and it's been intercepted by Hanold. So again, good field position for South Africa. Cocker-Smith charges into Davis. Nell held. De Pria holds it up, and then the bounce pass across to Snyman. Stop and go. Reined in though. Hurdle. Knocked down there by Norton. And it's advantage, and now Senatla. Siabolo Senatla says, see you later. 9th try for the weekend. This is his final tournament before he heads to the Stormers in Super Rugby, and gee, he's going to be missed.
Well, he is going to be missed because 189 tries in a short career of Siabelo Senatla. The mistakes from England inside their own half, the knockdown from Norton meant that there was always going to be an advantage here. Put his hand up. Referee Kelly had the hand out, and then Siabelo Senatla just takes them on the outside. The weak shoulder, Burgess couldn't turn in, and the sweeper couldn't get there. He is a class act. He is such a great asset, and I'm sure the Stormers can't wait till he arrives in camp.
Siabelo Senatla. And now the extra 2 from the boot of Ongo de Prio. So it's a very handy scoreline now. South Africa leading 12 points to 0. 8 tries last week. 9 tries this week for Siabelo Senatla. Lindsay Haig gets it out to Charlie Hayter. And again, England find themselves inside their 22. Terrific work at the breakdown. And there's an overlap here as well, but they won't need it because Justin Hurdle throws the dummy. And he goes across and scores. So it is now starting to rain tries for the Blitzboks. 17-0. Kick to come.
Hurdle gets the try, but put it down to the work of Branko de Pria making a tackle. You can see him on the ground there because he was the man that had all rights to the ball. They didn't release it. And Justin Hurdle says, I'll make it 3 with a lovely fend off. This is the reason why they are the #1 ranked team on the HSBC Sevens World Series, and they're showing us here in Sydney what they've shown in Dubai, Cape Town, and also Wellington.
4 finals so far, they've been all of them. They're going for their 3rd title, missed out at home in Cape Town. And from out wide, there's another beautiful kick, and it is 19 points to 0. And that is half-time. England need to just go back to the basics. Try and force their way back into this one early in the second half. South Africa 19, England 0. Neil Powell, the coach. He'll be pretty happy, even though he won't show it.
Always together in that sense. Let's just take the shackles off a bit. Well, let's not overthink it. Make it work.
Really gonna step, they're gonna overchase this top back down the short side, top of their carry nice position, forcing those offloads, choose tuck, stay strong,
So the England coach there, I picked up from Simon Amor. He wants them to stay strong. I'm sure he means stay strong in the tackle. The Aussies, who finished 4th in their home tournament, doing their lap of honour. Fans still partying. What a wonderful tournament it has been. And England need to hit back early, Willie.
Yeah, they need Norton and they need McConaughey and also their co-captain to really, as the captain said, just break the shackles. Tom Mitchell said we're overthinking things, and I think that they're a bit gun-shy to start with. They've given South Africa the perfect platform and start. And in this game, there's plenty of time left for England to score 3 tries.
Second half underway. South Africa trying to avenge their loss to England in the final in Cape Town back in December. And so far so good as Bibby now gets it across. Hayter, nowhere for him to go. Gee, they've played some of the final in their 22, haven't they? And now they took it in and they couldn't take it out, so it's going to be put into the scrum for South Africa.
And that's been an area where South Africa have dominated the first 4 tournaments as the breakdown. Every time they get into that situation, they're so strong, and physically they ask questions of the opposition. Their body positions are so much better, and if they're not moved, they're going to get the turnover. And once again, they start the second half like they did the first.
Quite amazing to think that South Africa's 2 wins on Aussie soil were in Adelaide in 2008, 2009. Been a long time between drinks in Australia. And they're about to break that drought. Yes, they are, you would think, as Nell charges through. Oh, but did he get it down? That's the question. That one would have been the one that really sealed the deal, but held up is the call. So desperate defence there from England.
Well done, Burgess. There he is, putting his body on the line. That could have been the difference of South Africa winning this game. And Phil Burgess keeps his team alive. That is terrific strength from the prop to get out of the scrum, to get into position, and then to hold him on his back. Terrific.
Try saver from Burgess, the 28-year-old playing his 26th tournament. One of the 7 members of this England team that played for Team GB at Rio. But it's South Africa still hot on the attack, and over it goes to Justin Hinault, and he has got a double in the decider in Sydney. Dell denied earlier, and Hinault says, you won't stop me. 4th try this weekend for the 23-year-old, and he has been in hot form this week.
Spare a thought for poor old Charlie Hayter. You'll see him slip here. There he is in jersey number 2, comes to the line, slips there, and as easy as you like, Justin Hinault strolls in. 4th try to Carpentier is gutted, but that is just a mistake from England, and you can't give a quality side like South Africa an opportunity.
Can't add the extra 2, but plenty of breathing space now. 24 points to 0. South Africa leading England in the gold medal match in Sydney. I said at the start, who's got the most petrol in the tank after energy zapping temperatures both days across this tournament? And it's South Africa. They've got superior fitness. But England, we've seen them pull off the odd miracle from time to time. Can they do it now? Again, they are parked inside their 22, and again, at the breakdown, there is a problem for them, but this time they get the penalty, a relieving penalty. So Mitchell, the captain, trying to get something going. He fires a ball out to Burgess, and across it goes now to Carpentier. Terrific defence, though, by South Africa. Again, through the hands. McConaughey, Bibby trying to get on the outside. That came off Sage, and so Norton has it. Advantage being played, a scrum advantage, and nowhere for Norton to go. But now the penalty, or a deliberate knockdown it is. So the penalty to England. And Mitchell getting it to Burgess. Carpentier up to the 22. Burgess. Nobody in front of him. In fact, it is Mitchell And so Tom Mitchell scores the try. Oh, is it too late? Is this the one that's going to give them a little bit of hope?
Well, it's more than hope. It puts them on the board, breaks the donut, and a terrific run again from De Carpentier. He just kept pumping the legs, just denied to be tackled there, and it's just picked up, and Mitchell goes in. They might need the guy that gets changed in the phone box that wears an S on the front of his shirt, but certainly in with the hope here in England.
24 points to 7.
You okay?
A good clean take by South Africa. St Adler is going to take them on the 10-metre mark. Through the hands it goes. Speckman is out there. He's got some toe. Turning it back to Dry. Goes through the tackle of Norton. Lindsay Haig brings him down. The man of the 13 jersey is Stefan Dippenaar, who's out there for the injured Werner Kok. Over it goes to St Adler. St Adler steps. St Adler beats the final tackle. St Adler flings one over the top, and they are in again, and it is Dippenaar. Dippenaar with the try. South Africa hit back immediately.
Sign of a great side is after you've been scored is that you come back and punish the opposition, and they did it deep from within their own half as well. This is a quality South African side. They are just so hard to defend against because they've got multiple threats out on the flanks. St Adler can attack the line on every occasion, and Dippenaar, talk about making an impression from the bench, comes on, gathers the ball, and finishes with a classy dive.
Yep. We haven't seen a lot of him in recent times, Dippenaar, but we're pretty happy to be back out there with his mates and scoring a try in the decider. So, South African fans have had plenty to celebrate over the weekend. Remember that they did lose to England yesterday in pool play.
This will erase the nightmares of Cape Town, and understand that they've had the Cape Town 10s this weekend, and it's been very successful.
Yes, hello to everyone watching in South Africa. You must be very proud of your Sevens team, the Blitzboks. They are heading for only their third win on Australian soil over the years. But winning the final means that they have had the best start to the HSBC Sevens World Series since New Zealand, and they won 5 in a row. And that's going back quite a few years now. 2007, 2008 in fact. Penalty to England. So with time up, England, we heard Sweet Chariots being sung a little earlier on, so can they give their fans just one last little bit of something to celebrate? They'll have to do it from their own territory. And Mitchell flings one right over to Norton, and Norton puts on the gas. Here we go, Dan Norton. Hiddle comes across, and Dan Norton, that's going to be his 233rd try, so he narrows the gap on the all-time try-scoring leader Collins Injera. And England have the final say, something for their fans, but it came way too late.
They'll take the psychological advantage of scoring right at the death, and look at Norton goes to work here through two defenders. The sweeper comes across, and then just the sweep right foot, and he accelerates away. He scored in that victory in Cape Town, and he's done it again in another final against South Africa, but sadly too little, too late.
The extra 2 from Tom Mitchell, but congratulations to South Africa. Werner Kok didn't get to play in the final, but they didn't need him in the end. And it's farewell to Ciabello, St Adler, and also Kwagga Smith, who are off to Super Rugby. But they'll take memories from Sydney. South Africa 29 beat England 14 in the big dance, the decider.
And now I'd like to invite Tony Cripps from HSBC to present Philip Snyman, the captain of South Africa, with the 2017 HSBC Sydney Sevens Cup.
Your champions, The HSBC Sydney Sevens 2017 South
Put
Africa.
your hands together for the 2017 HSBC Sydney Sevens champions, South Africa.
So the celebrations start for South Africa. Sydney champions 2017. And worthy champions, Willie Luso.
Well, they're Commonwealth Games gold medalists as well. They'll be looking to defend that in Australia. So maybe this is just a sign of what's ahead next year.
Commonwealth Games, we're counting down to that great sporting event on the Gold Coast in Australia. Well, they've been singing that song quite a bit on this current series, haven't they? The HSBC Sevens World Series. And wherever you're watching around the world, we hope you've enjoyed the three-day event. Women on Friday and Saturday, and the men Saturday and Sunday. And there's one for the history books. The medalists from Sydney 2017, gold South Africa, silver England, and bronze New Zealand.